Hey guys, welcome to this week's Gold Lap Guide. This time we take on Dragon Trail Gardens Reverse with the iconic Mercedes 190E in the latest online lap time challenge. I've currently got a gold time, so I'll show you what I did to achieve that. Now this car is a superb addition to the roster, but it can get a bit slidey on these Sports Hard Tyres, so make sure you stick around to the end. I'm sure you'll pick up a few helpful tips. Now the first thing I did was change the ABS setting to default. I'm normally a weak ABS driver, but this car slides really easily, so the default ABS setting worked best for me on this occasion. I highly recommend you playing about with that. Just try both, see what you feel is most comfortable for you. So starting the lap, you can rev this car out no problem. I'm going to stay in fourth gear up this start finish straight. Into the first corner, first braking point is around the 130 to 140 metre mark, somewhere just after this 150 marker on the left hand side. I'm going to go down to third gear. So this corner is a double apex corner, so we've got to make sure we maximise the second part of it to get the best lap time. So hard on the brakes, down to third gear. Now I found it best to miss the apex on the first part of this corner. Take the braking through to roughly where this arrow is, somewhere in the middle of the two apexes. And this enables you to take more speed into the first part of the corner and helps you get the car rotated for the second part. And by missing that first apex, you're actually able to get the car turned earlier in the corner to shallow out this next bit. Therefore you can get on the power nice and early and maximise the exit onto this straight. Take a bit of curb there, make sure you're using all the circuit on the left hand side, and away we go. Back on full power down this straight. Now this car isn't the quickest, you need to make sure you're carrying the momentum around this circuit. That's where you're going to find the time. This next little bit, I found where this Michelin sign is, somewhere around or just before that, I'm just going to start to dab the brakes. Now you're not braking heavy at all during this. You need to try and manage the sliding in this car. If you slide too much in this car, you're not going forwards and you're losing so much time. So you're just about trying to manage how much brake pressure you put in. Just try and get the car to get loose but not too loose. So I'll take you through this section in ultra slow motion so you can really get a feel for what's going on. So braking 50-60%, stay in fourth gear. You can take this first apex if you need to. I choose not to on this occasion. Get as far out to the right hand side as you can, but don't cut that line because you'll get a penalty. And then what I try and do is set this next three corners up for the exit. So you can take that apex if you want to, you don't need to though. This next bit is vital. Get out wide to the right hand side. I'm in third gear now. You want to try and maximise the next two corners. So you missed the third apex, you've got to miss the third apex. Get out wide again, and as soon as you get the car slowed down and rotated, get on the power as early as you possibly can. You on the power well before this last apex to maximise this exit. Use all the circuit on the right hand side. If you do that, you know you've got it right. Up to the next section. Roughly where this little bridge is, where the Dragon Trail International Raceway bridge is, that's going to be a good braking marker. I stay in third gear up this hill, and you've got to be a little bit careful. The car gets very slidey at the top of here. So I'll take you through this in slow motion again. Now where the barrier is, I'm braking about 50-60%. Get the car sliding but not excessively, take plenty of curb. End up in the middle of the circuit, don't go too far left because you'll ruin the next bit. Get the car over to the right hand side, stay in third gear, a little lift, and then back on the throttle again. Don't need to brake for that bit. Again, don't go too far wide, need to open this next bit up, back to fourth gear, take curb there, should be on the edge of the track limits. If you're not going fast enough. Next braking points, around about the 100 marker, I'm actually going to brake down to second gear. Now this corner is very easy to get suckered into an early apex. Try and be mindful of staying just a bit wider and not really start to turn in until you pass the 50 sign. Nice wide entry into this corner, second gear, back on the throttle as early as you possibly can. Use all the circuit on the left hand side as normal, and away we go. And as always guys, if you get any value out of this at all, then please do hit the like button and consider subscribing for more content like this. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers really fast. I really appreciate your support. Thank you very, very much. Next braking point, very tricky section this. Downhill braking point, somewhere around about this 100 marker. I'm actually going to brake down to third gear. Now you've got to be a bit careful with the braking on this. Very, very, very easy to get the car to go sideways and spin off. So hard on the brakes initially, and we're just going to try and trail off and just try and manage the slide of this car. Take plenty of curb on the inside. Make sure you keep two wheels on the stripe part of the curb. Same again on the inside of here. Don't go too far wide because you need to make sure you can open up this next bit to get the full acceleration onto this straight. Take a bit of curb there. I want full power as early as possibly can. Use all that curb on the left hand side. I'll show you from behind the car how much curb we can take. I get a bit wrong here. I'm slightly airborne. I should be a bit further to the right. You can get away with a bit further to the right. As long as you keep 2 tyres on the striped bit of the curb, you should be absolutely fine. I get it better in the second part of the corner. You'll see this here. I was braking again just for this next bit. Get 2 wheels on the inside of that. Try and straddle the red sausage curb if you possibly can. You'll get a smooth exit, and it's probably the fastest line as well. So into the last corner, I set it up by taking loads of curb on the left hand side to try and open up the entry. So get the car turned in, off the throttle to get it to turn a bit more, back on the throttle again when you're comfortable. If it's not turning as much, back off the throttle and back on again. You're looking for that curbing on the left hand side, get as close to that as you possibly can, stay in 4th gear. You don't need any braking around that last corner. Up the start finish straight for a fairly reasonable fair to middling time of 1 minute 52.728, which at the time of recording was good enough for 1.36% and 63rd in the world. Now, I want to say, guys, thank you so much for your support. We're approaching 1,000 subscribers. We hopefully should do it this month, fingers crossed. If you haven't yet seen it, guys, I'll leave a link to a video here which may help you braking. I talk about braking a lot in this video, may well help you. Thanks very much, guys. Good luck with this. Take care. I will see you on the next one. Cheers.